Iceman. Today we're listening to Iceman, the new album by Drake. Drake went ahead and released 3 albums. We were only expecting 1. I've really only heard snippets and bits and pieces of different songs. I don't know which albums they really belong to. I'm going to do this tier list style. Since Big Daddy YouTube is going to put the axe on my video if I use any audio, I'm going to really limit that if show any at all, so I don't have to do a re-upload. But I'm essentially going to sit here and listen to the album all the way through for the first time. I'll stop it after each track to give my initial thoughts, and then I'm going to put it in a tier list based on what I think about the track itself. We have multiple parameters, as you can see on the screen here, starting with trash, going up to kinda bogus, stopping at the middle at nice man, then the next tier up is hard, and finally we have run that shit back, man. They're reserved for tracks that are the best of the best. I'm not gonna lie, I bundled up for the bit a little bit earlier. I had a coat on and everything. I thought it would be funny, but Drake dropped this album in the summer, okay? Even though it's Iceman, it is fucking hot up here. And I picked the wrong day to do it because it's been cold as fuck. All right, I digress. Let's get right into the album, starting with Make Them Cry. Ice.
Our brother sold his chain the other day and said that someone snatched it.
I'm selling that chain. I am selling that chain. Man. They snatched it from me, bro. I'm sorry. That I got all my bills paid off the next day. All right, sorry, Drake. I do love the fact that Drake says he keeps rescuing leeches, but am I wrong in saying that he's probably one of the biggest leeches in the music industry by copying everybody's flows and fucking stealing their stories for his own and signing random people like Smiley, and we'll never hear from him again because he's locked in the OVO sweatshop just making ad-libs for Drake? Is Drake not the leech here? Take him to court, Drake.
Shout out to the
I feel like Drake had a nice flow. You know, I love the beat switch on this. I wish it started off with a bit harder of an instrumental to really open the album up and blow it up. But once it gets into the second half, I do really like it, although a lot of hypocritical bars from Drake. I'm going to put this in the nice man category. It's mid-tier to me. But I do really like the flow and the soul sample on there. So, moving on to Dust. Okay. Okay. I really fuck with that. I love the beat switch. I love the energy from Drake on that one as well. I'm going to put that in the hard category. It's not quite a run it back track yet for me, but I could see myself spinning this one a lot more than at least the first track. So, let's get into Whisper My Name. Again, like the flow on it. I do like the beat as well. A couple nice beat changes in there. We're getting a little bit of the singing Drake, the rap Drake as well. Always find the songs where he's able to do a nice balance of that. Usually my favorite. Favorite bar off that is hit the net for some love, like a tennis ball. I'm going to put that in the nice man category. Moving on to Janice, Shut the Fuck Up. I don't know who Janice is. I don't know if this is a reference I don't get, but Janice better come correct, bro. Let's get into it.
White kids listen to you because they feel some guilt.
Drake, the white kids are listening to you too, man. I mean, come on. Come on, bro. I feel like the beat is doing a lot of work for me on that one. I can't help but to notice that there's so many bars about Drake wanting to get out of his deal. Obviously, that's been a big topic of conversation since the beef with Kendrick. And I can't help but to wonder if Drake dropping 3 albums is kind of a Frank Ocean play. I don't know if he needed to drop 3 albums under his current deal before he can renegotiate. But that's what it's reading like to me. I'm going to put this one in kind of bogus. Love the beat, but not really looking to return to it very much. Let's move on to the future feature. We got Ran to Atlanta.
Free red, about popular demand.
Yes, sir.
I'm a big shot, what he holds around us. Talking about.
I feel like everybody did their thing on that track. Molly Santana sounded great. Great to hear Future and Drake back together. I don't really care about their relationship post-beef. Just the fact that they're making music together is all I really want to hear. They're really an undefeated duo. I was debating on putting that one in Run It Back. I think this one's gonna hit a little bit harder outside, man. I don't think the headphones are really doing the beat justice. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in hard for now with the understanding that this is probably my favorite song on the track list besides Dust so far.
Where's a goat? They need one. Manish on the beat, shebang.
Oh, man. First listen, man. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I'm going to run that back, man. Run it back. That's going to be windows down, cruising in the summer, 90-degree shit right there. That soul sample is so beautiful. I think that Mike would sound incredible on that beat. I'm going to go shebang into Run That Back. It'll be the first Run It Back of the track list here, which it's crazy to put that one over the future track, but that's how I'm feeling right now. Make them pay.
I like Little Caesars. I'm trying to catch
Shout
one
out
of
Little
these boys.
Caesars. So that track has a lot of like the bars that I've seen reposted a lot. Coming after Khaled, Cole, talking about Kendrick's botted streams. I like Drake on tracks like this, but at the same time, it comes off as complaining a lot. I'm like, dude, you're one of the biggest artists in the world. Like, just fucking go crazy. Shit. I like some of the bars on this. The beat's kind of smooth, but this is just kind of a pass me by track, I feel like. I do fuck with the Little Caesar shout out, though. Shout out my boy Zyler. Hey, who had your back when nobody was there, man? That $5 hot and ready. I'm putting this one in kind of bogus. I probably won't spin this one very much, but I guess it's nice to hear where Drake is at in his headspace. So, yeah, we'll put it in kind of bogus. I'm half into a glass of wine listening to this instrumental. That's what it feels like. I'm halfway through my first glass of wine at a nice dinner, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get a second. That's how this instrumental is making me feel.
I push you niggas through the ringer, but talking
I
gets
like this shit. Oh my God, I know he's repeating a lot of the same lines, but this is one of my favorites so far. Once it really gets into it, it just knocks, dude. And I'm sure this one is going to go crazy in the car. It's going to go in the hard category for me. Not quite Run It Back, but I do really love this one. I feel like there's so many beat switches on this album, and I love a good beat switch. Sometimes I feel like it ruins the momentum of a track. Almost all of these songs have had like a beat switch that I feel have taken me out of it. This one I do really like. National Treasures.
walk by the sea. They diss on a boy till they blew in the face.
Tough. I'm starting to feel like there's too many beat switches on this project. When it's every song, I'm expecting the beat switch. It should take me by surprise. It just feels like they're playing on two different wavelengths here, and we're mashing together songs that are like about a minute apiece. The production is really shining. Like if this was just instrumentals, it'd be great. I'm beginning to be burnt out on the beat switches. I'm gonna put this track, National Treasures, in hard. I do really like it, but man, don't ruin a good thing with all the beat switches. That's just my personal opinion.
D's on the table.
Messages you about to send on the 16, please don't.
Love it. Run it back, bro. I was just complaining about the beat switches. I feel like that one is perfect. It takes the original beat, turns it up with those triumphant horns, which I'm a total sucker for. Like the next track, What Did I Miss?, which I've already done a video on. I'm going to put that in the hard category. I do spin that every once in a while. It's not one I come back to all the time, but every time I hear it, I do really like it. We're just going to skip that one for the sake of the video. I'm sure everybody's heard it at this point because it came out a couple months ago. But ultimately, I really like the inclusion of 21 on that track. Obviously, you're not getting a full verse from him, but he sounds great on the hook, even though he's just saying, bees on the table. It's really catchy, and that's what you want your hook to do. I can see myself spinning this one a lot. What Did I Miss is already a good track. We know that. That one's gonna go in hard. Pause. Plot Twist is the next one.
So like, what's the BPM? I cannot de-escalate things that we see him. Twisting his fingers and looking at me. Twisting some shit up that I never seen.
All right, I dig that one quite a bit. A little hesitant to put it and Run It Back because it does feel like a kind of a basic Drake track. Putting that in hard, I will be spinning that one again. Too hard for the radio.
It's about to be smoke. Ain't nothing but some shit I wrote. You should try and get back to that.
I have to eat my words a little bit. I did see a snippet of Drake on a West Coast beat, and I was like, dude, I don't want to hear Drake on a fucking West Coast beat, man. But after hearing it, after hearing it in full, we're gonna run that shit back. Oh man, I love that one. Make them remember.
I never got a copy of the newest rules. He's the cage, the owl only wakes up to seize the day.
So as far as the Make Them tracks so far, that was my favorite. The storytelling piano tracks with him getting some shit off his chest. I think that Make Them Remember is probably the best of them so far. We have yet to get to the outro, but I'm going to go ahead and put that one in hard. I think it's a little bit above. Like if I had to just pick one of the Make Them tracks so far, that's the one. Lower end of the list, but I still dug that one. So moving on to Little Birdie.
I don't like going to Vegas. I start missing Virgil. How you fix your mouth to ask me if that shit would hurt me?
I really like that one. The beat, Drake's flow, the chipmunk soul sample in the back, the progressing synth chords on it. I really love everything about that track except for whatever vocal effect or mixing is going on with Drake's voice here. I'm going to go ahead and put that in Run It Back because I do really love that one. I wish Drake's vocals sounded a little, were mixed a little differently on this. Everything else about the track I really love.
If I get my everything, would that be enough for you? East side.
I don't really have too many thoughts about that track. It's kind of got a nice vibe to it. I don't see myself coming back to it very much. But there's certain elements of that song that I like. He catches a pocket that's pretty catchy. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the Nice Man category. And we'll keep it rolling here with Firm Friends. Love me a conductor beat. Let's do it.
That you all want to be the main guy.
Firm Friends in Nice Man. I don't know how often I'll be returning to that. It's kind of just more of Petty Drake getting some stuff off his chest, which, you know, is much needed. It has its place, but I feel like we've already gotten so much of that on this album. They're just kind of bleeding together at this point. It's not a bad song. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we've heard it several times over now. Track, outro, Make Them Know. Let's get into it.
Fucking invisible. For Rolex, I won't about to drop. Never submitting it, because I know that I'll never consider it.
That outro is just filled with like really lazy bars with really lazy delivery. And I almost would say that I would put it in the slightly bogus category because of the production, but I'm not going to lie. I'll probably never go back to that one. We're throwing that one in the trash category. Not a good outro to me. And at this point in the track list, I've heard Drake just feel like he's complaining so much. I don't know. It's just tiresome. I ultimately think this album is not bad. I think it's pretty good. It doesn't feel like there's enough standout tracks more than there is just like tracks of him being like, oh, you thought you had me, but I'm back. You can check out the spread of what I thought about all these tracks here on the screen now. Keep in mind, this is initial reaction, so I could change my mind later. Obviously, I'm just listening to these for the first time. But overall, Iceman, I would put it in the B category off of first listen. B, maybe B minus. I don't love it. I'll be returning to maybe like 3 or 4 of these tracks quite a bit. But other than that, kind of burnt out by the time we reach the hour mark at the end of this track list. What did you think about Iceman? Are you going to be listening to it? If you haven't yet, let me know some of your opinions on some of these tracks. If you felt differently than I did, especially, drop it in the comments below. Make sure to follow all my socials. I'll be posting a lot more stuff like this more frequently. And also got some creative projects I'm working on. Some apparel that's dropping throughout the summer into the fall. And I'm very excited about that. I've been working really hard on it. Lastly, I do also run a public playlist on Spotify. I update with new art and 10 new tracks every month, so you can get a vibe of what I'm currently listening to throughout that month. Go ahead and give that a follow as well. Iceman, pretty good. Overall, good to hear from Drake. Not my favorite of his projects by a long shot. Some of these tracks will probably grow on me, though. Yeah, let me know what you think. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on them notifications if you're a real one. And I will see you in the next video. Ice.